Somewhere at the bottom of the ocean, in water so dark that sunlight cannot survive past a certain depth, there is a shape that should not exist, a perfect triangle, straight edges, flat sides, sitting on the seafloor like it was placed there on purpose. When divers first sent the footage back to the surface, the room went completely silent. Because pyramids are not supposed to be underwater. Pyramids are not supposed to be older than anything we were ever taught in school. And yet, here it was, resting in the black water, waiting for someone brave enough to come find it. Now think about this for a second, because it hits closer to home than you might expect. How many things in your own life have you walked past, swam past, scrolled past, without realizing something massive was hiding right underneath the surface? A feeling you buried. A truth you avoided looking at directly. We do this all the time. We build a calm surface on top of something we are not ready to face. The ocean did the exact same thing here, calm water on top. A 3,000-year-old secret underneath. Because that is roughly how old some researchers believe this structure could be. Not hundreds of years. Thousands. Which means if the numbers are even close to correct, this pyramid was built before some of the earliest civilizations we learn about in history class ever existed. So the question becomes impossible to ignore. Who built it? And why does it sit exactly where it does? Deep beneath water that would have taken advanced tools just to survive in, let alone construct something inside of? As researchers began mapping the site more carefully, the mystery only deepened. Sonar scans picked up straight lines that do not occur naturally in ocean geology, sharp 90-degree angles. Symmetrical patterns repeating in a way that rock formations simply do not create on their own. Nature does not build in straight lines. People do. And then came the detail that changed the entire investigation. For a structure like this to sit at the depth it currently sits at, the water level around it would have had to be dramatically lower at some point in history. Which means either the ocean rose around this pyramid over thousands of years, or something happened fast enough to swallow it whole before anyone could stop it. Sit with that for a moment, because both explanations are terrifying in completely different ways. Let's slow down here and actually understand what we're looking at, because this is where the real answer starts forming. Sea levels on this planet have shifted dramatically throughout history due to ice age cycles, glacier melting, and massive climate shifts that occurred over thousands of years. During the last major ice age, huge amounts of the planet's water were frozen into massive ice sheets, which meant ocean levels were significantly lower than they are today. Land that is now deep underwater was once completely dry, walkable, livable ground. Which means it is entirely possible that whoever built this structure did not build it underwater at all. They built it on land, dry land. And over thousands of years, as the ice melted and the water slowly rose, the ocean crept in inch by inch until it eventually swallowed the entire structure completely, sealing it beneath the surface where it has remained hidden ever since. That is the value drop moment right there, the piece of the puzzle most people never stop to think about. The ocean did not destroy this. Time did. Just like in life, the biggest transformations rarely happen through sudden destruction. They happen slowly, silently, one small rising inch at a time. Until one day, something that used to stand proudly in the open is now completely buried beneath conditions it was never originally built to survive. But here's the twist that changes everything, so stay with me because this is the part almost nobody expects. When deep-sea researchers finally managed to extract core samples from inside the structure, they found something that should not have been possible for a formation this age. Traces of construction methods showing intentional shaping, deliberate cutting, tool marks that natural erosion simply cannot replicate. This was not a coincidence of geology. This was proof of engineering. Proof that someone, long before recorded history as we know it, had the intelligence, the tools, and the ambition to build something this precise, this massive, and this advanced. Which means human history may be far older, far more advanced, and far more mysterious than anything we have ever been taught to believe. Let that land for a second. Everything you learned about when human civilization supposedly began, the timeline, the technology levels, all of it might be missing an entire chapter. A chapter buried under the ocean, kept quiet by pressure and darkness and time, waiting patiently for someone curious enough to come looking. That is the real dopamine spike of this story. It's not just a strange rock formation. It might be proof that entire advanced civilizations existed and vanished long before anything we currently consider ancient history. And we are only now getting close enough to prove it. So where does that leave us? The ocean did not hide this pyramid to punish us. It preserved it, protected it from weather, from war, from time itself, sealing it safely away until the exact moment humanity became curious enough and capable enough to come find it again. And now, because you watched until this very moment, you are one of the people who knows the truth most others will never bother searching for. If a shape this perfect can hide beneath an entire ocean for thousands of years without anyone noticing, imagine what else is still down there, waiting in the dark for the right person to finally look. Subscribe because the next mystery might be even harder to believe than this one.